stuff. They cover everything, the media, social platform. They don't want you to speak the truth. Because they're promoting these things. That's why Disney is promoting it. Everybody promote. All of them, they go to the meetings. Brethren, we living in serious times, you know. Soon we have to go in the streets and preach. Because they ain't going to let us preach on their platform. We have to do like what the apostles did. Go mouth to mouth, word to word, and preach and heal and deliver. Because this technology thing, eventually this thing, we won't be able to use it. This is not about vaccine. I haven't mentioned vaccine yet. Before they would only take you down for vaccine, now they're taking you down for the gospel. If you preach against gay, you preach against lesbian, transgender, LGBT, anything, they're taking you down now. Right now they're even warning you, they're just taking you down. Cut him out. And they even have transcript of everything you say underneath. So the algorithm, you can't escape because every living word you say is printed right there. So even in the same technology, they want to control. And whenever you see the Catholics, that's what they were doing. They were suppressing the truth. They would burn the Bible and they would deprive people from reading the Bible. Why? Because they want to brainwash people. Today, that's why people believe they're going to heaven. They brainwash them and going to heaven. Limbo, purgatory. They brainwash them because you say, no, you can't read the Bible. No Bible for you. And the people that printed the Bible, they kill them. When they print the Bible to the local, to the regular people, they kill them. William Tyndale, John Huss. One of them, they take his bones, what do you call that when you unbury somebody? Exhume. They exhume his body and burn his bones. And burn his bones. They wasn't satisfied that he's dead. Let us exhume him and burn him again. Because he printed the Bible. So try to... We're back on and monitor it. See what's going on. Look at everything. God is in control, not man. So the woman, be proud to be a woman. Be proud to be a woman. You're special. Very special. And there are things that you could do that we cannot do. And you deserve respect and dignity. But we have a responsibility as men, and everybody have their duty and their job. It doesn't make one better than the other. This is just for us all to be happy and live in a organized, easier, well-rounded society and home. Or else, when we fail to fulfill our duties, it makes life very difficult. So I will greatly increase your pain from conception to labor, and that's still happening. In pain will you give birth to children, that's still happening. And your desire would be toward your husband, yet he must rule over you. And some people take that as a negative thing. He must rule over you does not mean to be negative. In other words, he will be responsible for you. He will be responsible for you. He will be responsible to provide for you. He will be responsible to protect you. He will be responsible to care for you. He will be responsible for you. And you will give him that respect and that love and that submission that he can do his job with joy, with gladness. Because he have a role to play and you have a role to play. What does it mean to be ruler over the wife? This means to provide for her needs by the sweat of your brow. Genesis 3:19. This means to protect her by the blood of your life. Galatians 5:25. To give your life for her. Husband, love your wives as the Messiah loves the congregation and give himself for her. He gave his life for her. So the husband must give his life for his wife when it comes to protection. So if a gunman come into this house and want to harm my wife and my children, who's the one that's responsible to protect and to take care of them? The man of the house. If somebody here have to take the gunshot to protect the wife and the children, it's me. You have to come through me to get to them. And that's why the wife should honor him and protect him, because she is her redeemer, her Goel. She is her protector. He is her protector. So this means the husband must give his life for his wife. Like Messiah and also like our mother and our father. Look at the hen that gathered the chick. You see some videos with a snake attacking, coming to get the chicks. But the mother hen spread her wings and she raised up her feathers and she is fending off that snake, picking at it, jumping at it to protect. So she's ready to risk her life for the chicks. When a lion invades a pride, when a lion invades a pride, the male lion, when it comes, it kills all the male children. And it tries to kill the king, the male ruler there. It leaves all the female. It don't mess with the females. All the females, the lion leave them, but every male baby is killed. First he attacked the king. And he tried to kill the king or chase him away. After that, he go and he kill all the male children. Cubs. So, the king have to protect his pride. Have to protect his family. So he have to lay his life down. If 2 or 3 male lions attack him, he got to fight all of them and stand his ground, or else his children, his descendants would get killed. And that other lion will take all his wives. So brothers and sisters, we can learn from nature, and everybody have their role to play. And when mankind fail to go God's way, that's when we have confusion. A lot of these children who's shooting, if you check, most of them, their father is in prison. They don't have a father, even though the mother tried their best to raise them up. Some of them is just so hard. There's a breakdown in society today, and we may wonder why things are happening now today that wasn't happening a long time ago. Is our society. the way of life, the lifestyle that we are living, what we expose these children to. So I hope we learn, follow God's plan. He have the best answer and best solution for everybody, for woman, for man and children, boy and girl. So then the Lord told them how to set up the camp. And he set the 12 tribes around the tabernacle, as you can see in the diagram. He put Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun on the right side, on the eastern side. And inside of them, there's Moses and the priests, because that's the main entrance to the tabernacle. So Moses and the priests would be there on the eastern side, where Judah was the main leader of the tribes. Then on the south side, Reuben, Simeon, and Gad. And you have the Kohath, the Levites, the Kohathites on that side. That's why you read about Korah. He was from Kohath. Moses also and Aaron was from Kohath. And Korah, Reuben with the son, Dathan and Abiram was from Reuben. So you see they were on the same south side. The Kori, who was from Kohath. So they came together and they rise up against Moses and Aaron. That's on the south side. So on the western side you have Gershon, another son of Levi, which Levites ministers. And they have on that side Ephraim, Manasseh, and Benjamin on the west side. And on the northern side you have Dan, Asher, and Naphtali. And Merari was on that side. So you have the number of all of the tribes there, and you also have the number of all of the Levites right there too. Altogether, it was 603,000. Where is the number? It's not there. 603,005. 556. Okay, so 600,000 men left. Oh, look at here. 603,550 men. And that was men about 20 and over. The men that was 19 and below 20, they wasn't counted. The children. So all those listed of the people of Israel by their fathers' houses, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war in Israel, all those listed were 603,550. The Levites, they were exempted from going to war. Let us read Numbers 1:47. But the Levites were not listed along with them by their ancestral tribe. For the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, only the tribe of Levi you shall not list, and you shall not take a census of them among the people of Israel, but appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of the testimony, and over all its furnishing, and over all that belongs to it. They are to carry the tabernacle and all its furnishing, and they shall take care of it, and shall camp around the tabernacle. And that is why you saw the diagram there. The Levites, they are the ones in the middle, in the blue. In the middle. Moses, the priests, they are Levites. Kohath, Levites. Gershom, Levites. Merari, they are Levites. So they are surrounding the tabernacle from the other tribes, protecting them, to cover them. So you see, God always gave a kind of protection, a covering for the people, because the Levites was to cover the rest of the tribe, and the priest was to cover the Levites. Why? Because the Levites couldn't, the things inside of that tabernacle, the Levites couldn't touch it nor see it. Who was the one to protect them from seeing it and touching it? The priests. They were to cover them before the Levites touched them. The Levites was to carry them. So, even though God chooses someone to do something, he chooses them to do it for them to be a blessing to you. Just like how he chose Abraham. He chose Abraham to be a blessing to the nations. He chose the priests to be a blessing to the Levites. Chose the Levites to be a blessing to the 12 tribes. He chose the husband to be a blessing to his wife and the wife to be a blessing to him and to their children. And that's just the way it is. So the Levites was to surround the tabernacle. They are to carry the tabernacle, see, 50, Numbers 150, but appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of the testimony and over all its furnishing and over all that belongs to it. They are to carry the tabernacle and all its furnishings, and they shall take care of it and shall camp round about the tabernacle. So that was their job. Now David also numbered Israel in 2 Chronicles 21. Joab gave the number of the census of the people to David. In all Israel there were 1,100,000 people, 100 sword-wielding men. So those who would hold a sword, 1,100,000. Judah had 470,000 sword-wielding men, but he did not include Levi and Benjamin in the numbering. For the king's word was detestable to Joab. But God was displeased with this thing, and he struck Israel. So when David numbered them, God wasn't pleased with that, and God smite them with pestilence. Were the Levite exempted from war like the woman? In Israel today, Orthodox Jews want their children to be exempted from serving in the military. And we had a situation a few years back where Benjamin Netanyahu, he could not form a coalition because of a re-election, and that was a couple years back, and he lost the election recently, and David Bennett, I believe, he became prime minister. But he is also on the right. He's also very strict. He defends Israel, the prime minister we have today. He was working for Benjamin Netanyahu for many years. And now the tensions is rising up with Iran. And Iran is playing games and with Russia and China. And they want to develop the nuclear weapon to destroy Israel. So we're going to have some things going to happen pretty soon. Israel determined that they will not allow Iran to get nuclear weapons. And if Joe Biden and America don't do what they're supposed to do, Israel will do it. That's a fact. Israel will not allow any of their enemies who swear to destroy them to develop nuclear weapons, because they know that they will use it. So Israel will take a step, take a stand. So watch out. Keep your eyes in the Middle East. Now, during the millennium, the land will be allotted. If you read in Ezekiel 48, this is how the land will be divided. If you look at this chart there, that's how the land will be divided when Messiah comes to each tribe. Dan will be on the very top. Then Asher, Naphtali, then Manasseh, Ephraim, and then Reuben and Judah. Reuben and Judah will be like in the middle. So you have 6 on the top, Dan to Ephraim, and then Reuben to Gad. When you look at Judah, Judah is more or less in the center. Before today, or long ago, Benjamin was on top and Judah was in the bottom. But now, in the millennium, Judah will be on the top. Benjamin would be below. Now, between Judah and Benjamin is where the sanctuary is going to be. Where the Jerusalem and the holy mountain, where the temple will be built.